brethren, I've come your way again today. Your servant, Bishop Dr. Akwasi Owusu-Bi. This is a program on Off My Chest. There are a lot of things going on in this country that are giving headaches to some of us who have concerns for the future of the country, and especially for the future of our children, the young ones who are coming up. Some of these practices have been with the nation for a long time. It's destroying this nation. Yet nobody is paying attention to it because we are more concerned with self-interest. We are more concerned with what will come to our personal pockets rather than what will be good for the entire nation. So I've taken it upon myself to do this program off my chest. I think this is about the third episode that I'm running. The first one I talked about education in Ghana. Then the second year I talked about election in Ghana. That's how politicians take the electorate for granted. When the politicians are coming, they come to you to tell you want to go and serve the nation. What do they do when you vote them into power? They become self-seeking. They find jobs and opportunities for their family members and friends, leaving the general populace at bay. Whatever happens to the nation, they don't care so long as they and their families and friends are doing well. I spoke about that. Today, I'm going to speak about the pretense of road construction. Pretense of road construction. The government gives contracts to contractors to fix roads in the nation. But what happens? We are in a nation where we are endowed with so many resources, and it's very difficult to convert a resource to any valuable use without roads. We have very good lands for farming. Cocoa farms have been constructed. We have very good lands for agriculture, food crops, basic food crops have been planted. But what is happening in the market? Do we get the crops into the market? What is the process? You cannot get the produce from the farm to the market without good roads. And because of the bad nature of our roads, commodities of food and other things, the prices of commodities, food and other commodities have become very expensive. And so everybody is crying. If you're able to drive or walk to the farm gate, the prices are reasonable. But how many people can leave their businesses and walk to the farm gates? Or even when it comes to driving, who would use his expensive car to drive on very bad roads? So you refuse to go, and then you depend upon the market women who rent vehicles, commercial vehicles, at exorbitant costs. So when they come to the market, what do you expect? So now, when people begin to cry, when people begin to shout, when people begin to make noise at the government, then the government rises up, say, "I'm going to construct roads for the people." Now, the process of awarding the contracts to the people is my concern, because it's the process that determines the outcome of the whole venture. Now, we award contracts ostensibly based on competence. So we form awarding committees with all sort of papers and other things. Now, so they ask contractors to put in bids. Now, what happens during the time of bidding and the time of awarding the contracts? I'm only asking, Is everything done in due uh, faith, in due in what is the word? In all, employ all competence. Do we consider competence against uh, favoritism? Do we award contracts to people who deserve it, or we give it to family and friends? And people who deserve it, when they want to get the contract, how much goes into it? At what cost do they get the contract? I'm only asking. The payments that are made to them, are they commensurate to the work done? Or because some under trading have gone on, whatever the outcome is, we take it like that? Is this not the reason why when roads are constructed, roads that are is ostensibly constructed to last about 5 years, even before the contract ends, where we started, begin to deteriorate? What is the process? What goes into it? What of supervision? But let's go bit by bit. The process of bidding. Do we make open announcement for whosoever is interested to put in a bid, or we inform a few people? And certainly there are so many people involved in this process. Every person involved in the process. Do we give inside information to those who want to put in bid, or we just leave them to apply their competence to put in the bid? Normally, you have the amount of money, because the road would have been quantified, worked out, so that we know the amount of money that should go into it. Now, you ask contractors to put in a bid. We should allow the contractors to use their technical competence to cost the project. But because they want to get a project at all costs, and because somebody wants to benefit at the construction of the road, inside trading of information goes on. So now competence is put aside in favor of what can be paid to those people involved. Do you have to become a member of a party before you win a contract? Do you have to be a friend of somebody before you win a contract? Do you have to be a family member of somebody? So those other people who do not have this family and friend connection, how do they get jobs? If they might get jobs, then it has to go at the cost of the contract. The contract should cost X million cities. But to get the contract, yes, I'll give it to you, even though you are not a friend, you are not a family member, but you have to pay X minus Y before you get it. So that shortfall, how does the contractor make it up? All that he does, well, let me use inferior tactics, inferior materials, so I can construct it. People, the lay people who have to use it, will see it, appreciate it. But what is the quality of it? How long is the road going to last? These are the things that are costing the nation. These are the things that are going on in the nation, which to overcome has become a canker because of corruption. Because of corruption. Now, if the process goes through this corrupt process, corrupt means, what outcome do we expect? I know roads in Ghana. You travel on it at the time of construction, you think it's a very good road. Oh, wow. The contractor has done a good job. Go back to it 2-3 months later, and everything is deteriorating. Why? You go to other countries in civilized jurisdictions. Excuse me. Yes, I have to get this off my chest. Roads are constructed to last more than 5 years. And how did they achieve this? If a contractor is given a contract At the time the contractor says are finished and it is to be constructed within a given period, by the end of that period, a competent team of engineers are made to go and supervise, assess the quality of work done before a certificate of completion is given to them. And that is not the end of it. You are given a period of time to patch up every loose ends in the roads where there are faults, where there are gaps. The contractor is given some time to put things right before final payment is made. Is this what is happening in Ghana and in other African countries? How is it that Africa, we are always cheating ourselves? We are always finding ways and means to destroy our nation when we are given the responsibility to run the nation. I want to get so many things off my chest. When we have bad roads, but look, first let us consider this. We go for loans to construct roads. How much of the loans contracted that goes into the actual construction of the road? And the money that should go into it, how much actually gets into it? The politician, how much goes into your own personal pocket and your personal account? The technocrats, how much of the money goes into your personal account? And then the contractor. No one would take a contract and work at a loss. So certainly, if the politicians have taken their part, if the technocrats have taken their part, certainly the contractor also wants his profit. So the outcome is very bad growth that will not less than that will not stay good for more than a year. So, and then the maintenance culture in Ghana is another thing to talk about. We do not want to undertake maintenance till the roads, when they begin to get deteriorated. We do not take any action. A stitch in time saves nine. We know this. When the roads begin to develop potholes, can't we fill them before they become manholes? Do we have to leave them in that bad state till they become completely destroyed, completely immoderable, before we go for another loans, at least within a period of 2 years? So when are you going to get the loan? And this is the bane of this country. People, let us wake up. When we want to serve the nation, let us serve the nation, so that whatever we are paid becomes money that we have earned, not money that we have gained. This is the notion of we Africans. We like the money, we don't want the work. We want cheap ways of cutting ends, cheap ways of making money. Please, do not do not jeopardize the future of this nation. The children have a right to inherit good things in this nation. So, the politician, I'm not saying you are all corrupt, but if you have engaged in any corrupt practices in awarding contracts to contractors, I'm not saying you should bow down your head in shame, but I'm encouraging you not to do that again. Don't continue to do that. Otherwise, you're jeopardizing the future of this nation. The children who are coming up, they deserve good things. So we have to leave a good heritage to the children who are being born today. Then let me come to the technocrats who come together, put papers together, and ask for bids. When I think I've already spoken about this, when you do inside trading, when you give information to contractors so that they can tailor their bid to, according to what you have, the measures that you have put up. In the end, I mean, you will not do this for free. You take some money, and the contractor also wants to have his profits. So, putting the activities of the politicians aside, we the technocrats, we the civil servants, in whatever ways we have gotten involved in these corrupt practices that are ending up in very bad ways, please let us put an end to that. We are in a country where when something wrong goes on, no, you don't have any place to report the wrongdoing because who watches the watchman? The person you're going to report to may be involved in the same process. So what comes out of the report? So in the end, everybody says, well, if I report, no action will be taken. If I report, no action will be taken. But I remember when the president was being sworn in, he implored everybody to become a citizen and not a passerby. Everybody should be involved in the development of this nation. But what is happening? You see a wrongdoing, and recently a cliche came out: see something, say something. See something, say something. I see something. Who do I say something to? Because you report to A, like a digital attitude, it doesn't go anywhere. You report to B. If you're not careful, B betrays you. So the person you want to report gets to know that you are the person who are trying to take the food out of his mouth. And then you become a target, sometimes for murder, a target for vilification. This does not help the development of the country. These are some of the things I want to get off my chest. They are piling up in my chest. If I'm not careful, I will develop hunchback. But as I speak them out, but I'm not speaking them out in vain. I hope somebody is listening. I hope somebody listening will report or will, draw the attention of those who are involved to this so that they may, if they want, change their ways for the betterment of this country. I am talking about road construction. What is happening in this nation is that the politicians, the powers that be, say, well, they are applying for roads. Let us give them roads. The topic I'm speaking on is pretense of road construction. We are pretending to give them roads. We are pretending to give them roads, but actually, we are giving them something less than what they are looking for. And we, the citizens, most of us, it's not difficult to satisfy the Ghanaian actually. In other jurisdictions where the citizens will criticize and analyze actions and deeds, in Ghana and in some parts of Africa, even with electricity, you are supposed to be served with the electricity. The incompetence of these workers results in what has become known in Ghana as doom song. Lights on for today, another time, lights off. And the sad thing in Ghana is that when electricity goes off, when it shouldn't go off, as soon as it comes like, hey, we are happy, we are shouting. And you have taken this attitude of the Ghanaian to be like foolishness or lethargy. So let us give them anything. They will just appreciate it. Please, it's about time we decide to serve the nation well. Give us quality things. Give us things that will make us happy for long, not things that will make us happy for a short time, but we begin to shout again, cry again, bemoan our situation. I don't know if anybody's listening, but if anybody's listening, please, we do not want to have a replica of roads. We want real roads. Roads that will be much more trouble for not less than 5 years, because the money that goes into it could construct the same amount could construct a road somewhere that will last for more than 5 years. But in Ghana, the same amount constructs the road and it lasts not less than a year. Why are we destroying ourselves? Why are we killing the nation? These and things like that are the things that are impinging on my conscience. So I have to voice them out. I'm hoping people elsewhere will take up the chorus and shout it out on rooftops so that people responsible will sit up and do the right thing for Mother Ghana. Ghana deserves the best. Long live Ghana, long live the citizens of this nation. I pray for the Lord who desires to prosper this nation, that He will touch the heart of people who have been made responsible for the development of this nation to do the right things for the nation. God bless you. I'm from Tree, the kind of brofo. We knew a brother to a car, as I said, we did a country. But the American United say, Ghana, a man be a year, is it true? When you move a swing through what? Yana acquiring a democracy. You may clearly clear because if you're a pampa, ever fast. A good deal because if you're a pampa, ever fast. A pundin club a year, Sapundin, it's a hospital baby. That's a pile of all now. Oh, fuck us, oh, cosa. It wasn't a mouth. We had the grass across the brain. And grown probably a while. So, oh, looking for winning. Now walk on, no hospital mail. Say, waiting an antiaqua. You do take care one. Car will be a bit more answer what do hospital. And you want some and a weekend. A quampa here, a more mining coso. A quampa here, a more money in puntu. Nurse so. See, I see a big aquamaya, a crown of woman, be a different maintenance. So, yes, dear, dear crocodile, dear, a bit ebi ni yɛ hyehyɛ mu eti adeɛ ne sɛɛ a egya yɛ ama ne sɛɛ na sɛɛ koraa ne yɛakɔbɔ ka yɛakɔbɔ besia ne yɛde akɔgye besia no a ne yɛde aba yɛsɛ yɛde ba bɛyɛ adwuma no besia no yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma no sɛ yɛgye mɔhu dua emu agupɛn bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ɛna bɛkɔ ɛkwan no mu deɛ ɔkɔgye besia no afa bi wɔn a yɛtena sɛ ayɛ hyehyɛ no afa bi deɛ yɛde adwumadeɛ no hyɛ ne nsa no wɔn nso hia ne mfa soɔ. Enti adeɛ kɛse sɛ yɛyɛ sɛ kwan na meka ho asɛm kwan a ɛsi yi anka betumi anyɛ hwee koraa no ɛbɛyɛ mfie num asa start asɛe ɛnɛ wɔgu so a wɔreyɛ no wɔbɛtu kyerɛ n'akyi no ɛsɛ ɛnso ne yɛnya mpanyinfoɔ bi a wɔn sɛ wɔnim deɛ wɔ kwan yɛ ho ne akɔ akɔhwɛ sɛ an wɔayɛ adeɛ wɔfa ne sɛ tiketi ma no muntua meka ɛyia no yɛdi ɛho awuo ɛnkyiri ma hia sɛ wɔn nso bɛnyina bɛtɔ nneɛma papa ɛnti mo ma yɛnyɛ adwene sɛ yɛyɛ nneɛma a ɛbɛma yɛn nko ara yɛfili good yɛn nko ara wɔbɛtɔ yɛn hwɛ wohwɛ wɔ man woyɛ ɔhene woyɛ president woyɛ minister woyɛ mc dc kusoroba woyɛ ɔpanyin wɔ man mu a deɛ de ahyɛ wo nsa no wohwɛ so ama nkyirima ɛnyɛ wo nti a ɛnyɛ wɔn a wɔn wɔn nko nti a asase na ɛda hɔ a asase no ɔhene wohwɛ so ama nkyirima dwumadie bi na ɛde hyɛ wo nsa a woyɛ sɛ deɛ nkyirima bɛnyina ba bɛto so na bɛyɛ yie. Na Ghana kwan tete apansa yɛbɔ mmɔden yɛ tiɛtiɛtiɛ na aban wɔ sɛ yo bɛboa mo na wakɔbɔ besia no yɛde aba ɛho asɛm na meka besia no sika no ɛnkɔ ɛkwan yie mu enti kakra bi de bɛkɔ mu na ama kwan no wofa ɛfiri bɛkwae ɛkɔsi dukwa na nsɛn na gya aban da roma meka wayɛ adeɛ no mabɔ aba so deɛ aka kyerɛ na meka ho aban wada roma ɛfiri anwea nkwanta ɛkɔ bɛsi obuase wayɛ ne kama efiri obuase kɔ dukwa so ɛno obi sɛ atete sɛ nkontombe ɛso saa kwan yi yɛyi yɛni mfie mmienu ɛnti wokɔ a sɛ manholes ɛna ɛwɔ mu na nka ɛyɛ sɛ yɛni roads and highways yɛni feeder roads anka wɔbɛtumi atete mu kakrakra na ayɛ motor ama yɛde kaa fa so ɛbɛyɛ yɛsrɛ mo ɔma sɛ yɛada a yɛnyane yɛnhwɛ ɔman no ɛyi yɛde ɔman no ahyɛ yɛnsa dwumadie sɛ sɛ yɛdi bɛ ɔman no bɛkɔ soɔ no moma yɛdi bɛ ɔman no bɛkɔ soɔ menka nkyerɛ NPP aban ko a ɛna menka sɛ NDC aban yɛn nyinaa obi biara ɛwɔ kyɛfa ɛwɔ ɔman kyikyiri mu na wonua ɛna nnɛ ɔyɛ president Hey, and a president, and I don't fucking ma, as much as ye, 20 we DC, and now there, 20 before I say, and to ye, and command one year shit, a pay for the tupa, and pay for your phone when you went to civil servants. Miss Cinnamon, so will be emfa, envelope, a metal, the file so, and the file, it means that Raman ye. Remember when you know about Nadia Pine, a master and a maker. Ye person money to bra ye Cinnamon. Mpanyinfo a ɛde ɔman ahyɛ mo nsa no wɔn yɛhwɛ akwan no yie sɛsi a aban yi akwan bebree bi bɔ n'aba so nanso wɔn yɛ ni nkɔ ho the quality of roads a yɛyɛ ɛkwan no ne papa sɛdeɛ esi tie nansi a yɛgu asphalt medua no fa so wɔn sɛ baabi ahyɛ aseɛ ɛnono baabi ahyɛ aseɛ edwiri gata sɛ yɛyi nansi a baabi bebree ebubu engineers a yɛsi mo nkɔhwɛ na mo hwɛ sɛ adwuma no ayɛ yie no yɛsrɛ mo kɔ a ɛwom sɛ wobɛka sɛ wobɛta firi w'adwuma deɛ nanso bɔ mmɔden na yɛ deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ woyɛ ɛhɔ no ɛnyɛ a ka kyerɛ contractor sɛ ɛnyɛ na yɛ yie ansa ma certificate am yɛtua wo ka sɛ yɛyɛ ne saa a ɔman no bɛkɔ so yɛyɛ ne saa a ɔman no bɛkɔ n'anim yɛnhyɛ da ɛnkɔbɔ bisia makyɛ ni asa akɔbɔ bisia ɛkwan korɔ no aso na da biara na ɛkwan bɔne ne yɛkɔgye bisia na ɛkɔ nkurɔfokutu yɛsrɛ mu ɛnɛ deɛ mede mu bɛsie nie moma ɛni mmra yɛakwan ho na akwan yɛ yie a ɔman no tum pono sɛnea nwoma sua kɔ anim a ɔman no tum pono saa na akwan so yɛ yie a ɔman no tum pono adwadie bɛkɔ so ɛfiri akwan papa kurayɛ bɛkɔ so ɛfiri akwan papa abrabɔ bɛkɔ so ɛfiri akwan papa adwuma yɛ a yɛyɛ obi bɛtumi sɛ kwan no yɛ a bɛtumi atena ɔboase aba adwuma wɔ Kumase asan akɔ problem bi anim ɛnti ba saa adan ho nyɛ den because mfiri ɔboase na mte ɔboase ɛba adwuma di nkɔ a meba adwuma wɔ Kumase a ɛnyɛ problem mefiri bɛkwae na mekɔ ɔboase akɔyɛ adwuma a ɛnyɛ problem because ɛkwan no yɛ akyɛ dɔnhwere baako makɔdi dɔnhwere baako mmasan aba nti ɛma adan ho nya ahokyere te sɛ deɛ ɛkwan no nyɛ a na sɛ mefiri bɛkwae ɛna mekɔyɛ adwuma wɔ ɔboase a na mentumi nkɔtena ɔboase a akɔbɛdie no ayɛ de nti by force ɛsɛ mekɔpɛ dan wɔ ɔboase adwuma nso wɔ ɔboase ɛkɛ sɛ ama ɛdan ho ayɛ den aba mo yɛhwɛ saa nneɛma yi nyinaa yie yɛhwɛ saa nneɛma yɛyɛ akwan no yie a akɔbɛdie bɛyɛ dwoodwoodwoo bro yɛn bɛsi ni yɛsa bɛto ɛwɛ mohwɛ mogya paa bɛhwɛ gu bebree firi akwanfo ɛna crowd na o wode kɔbra woba makɔyɛ wokɔba ma na ɔkɔdwɔ so kaa no kakra ɔkwan aba ntɛm a dwudwoo akra ahwɛ sɛ kwan no yɛ a ɛno ara sɛ yɛde road signs papa yi so na polisifoɔ yɛ a mo yɛ so akɔ ne ɛba kakrakra abirikatɛntɛ no wɔn sɛ kwan no yɛ a yɛ anam adarɔfoɔ tu mirika but wɔnim sɛ mankɔ the required speed mirika dodoɔ ɛsɛ bɛkɔ no yɛde asi kwan ho mani tua polisi ni wɔ hɔ enti polisi ni wɔ hɔ nti ɛmo ma to mbo ase biribiara bɛyɛ sɔɔsɔɔsɔɔ dwoodwoodwo ama ma nti ɛberɛ a yɛbɛto aba yi mahu sɛ aban no nokwasɛ wɔbɔ ho mmɔden ɛwɔ akwan ho ɛbɔ aba so na mmom yɛhwɛ sɛ akwan no a yɛyɛ sika a ɛrekɔ mu ɛnyɛ sika mu bɛtumi asom ɔman no ɛbɛ mfie num ɛne n'akyi nyame nhyira ɔman no nyame nhyira ɛmu nnipa nyinaa baba